So, a builder called to say a lamb had been born on the side of the driveway. So Holden and I are hustling to make this new little nursery ready for Piper to have number 2. I can't believe she delivered this afternoon. It's just amazing. Thanks, Holden. So it's very confusing. Piper was scanned for having 2 babies, and our friend who's a builder was here and said he saw a baby on the side of the driveway. So I went running out there, and she had just this one little girl, and she sure is perfect and beautiful. Up already, standing, walking, trying to nurse. Got mama and baby in here into a new horse stall, bedded it for her with some straw. I've reached in twice, very unpleasant for her. I don't feel another baby. Holden made a trip around the pasture to see if we could see any other babies or signs of lost babies. Nothing. Can't see the afterbirth. I went all the way around where she was and into the barn and everything. So I don't know. Maybe it was a misread, or maybe she does have it up inside her and I just couldn't feel it. I went past the cervix. But man, baby sure is a trooper. She's up and nursing. It turns out Piper has a little like false nipple above her teat as well on both sides. One side's more pronounced than the other. So baby kept at first trying to latch onto that. So that's interesting. I've never had that happen before. But she's got the hang of it on one side, and then we'll just have to see, you know, that she gets on the other side too. So Piper won't have mastitis. And I'm confused. But anyway, we're really blessed that that all went great. Really exciting. Good girl. You're so beautiful. Your baby is so beautiful. Let's see if we can get her on the nurse, huh? Oh, she's perfect, Piper. Good job. You're such a good mama. You're so naturally a good mama. Good job, dear. There he is. Let's see if she can get it. It's a really big bone. She's right here. So, our little sad Tennessee now has a new roommate, Jane, because these are the 2 remaining pregnant ewes. We moved Vivian and her boys over to Rocky's stall because Rocky's out now at night. We're not putting the horses in anymore at night because it's so warm out. And we're gonna let Piper stay with her little daughter one night before we move her in with Vivian and her wild boys. Right, girls? Good morning. Today is April 11th, and I have thought Tennessee was going to deliver since April 1st. And she has not delivered. She's still amazing and looking so ready and sort of in despair. Yeah, since Friday, Saturday, I guess. She's been looking like she doesn't feel well. Look at that. Poor baby. Not feeling well. When are those babies coming? Yeah. And so yesterday we had an exciting day. Our friend who is helping us with the project at the house called me in the afternoon and said, Catherine, there's a baby outside by your driveway. And Piper had delivered on pasture because I had looked at her in the morning and her teats were really swollen, but her udder still was practically flush with her body. So I thought, well, I'll put her in tonight. That way we can just keep our eye on her. I'll put in Jane too, probably, because she's getting a bigger and bigger udder. But no, she just delivered on her own. And so that is a bit of a mystery because Piper was scanned, ultrasounded, to be having two. And so a number of things, so she had one. She had one baby girl out in the pasture, and I was able to move baby, and Mama followed out here into the horse barn and got them all secured in their own little bedroom. And watched her forever, and she did pass her placenta, her afterbirth. But my son went out and searched for another baby to see if there was another baby, and then I made a pretty darn thorough search. I mean, it's 80 acres, you can't search the whole thing, but where they were, where the flock of sheep was, and didn't hear one, didn't see a body. So I figured, well, either the ultrasound is incorrect, or she's still going to deliver, and she has not delivered another baby. So now another option is that she could have possibly had a miscarriage at some point during the pregnancy, and that was sort of absorbed by the body. That can happen. It's really sad. But because she's carrying another one, the body would just absorb that other baby. So that's possible. It's possible that the ultrasound wasn't correct, and it's possible, because that happens all the time too, and then it's possible that the baby was left behind somewhere outside, or was stillborn and left behind. That is the most heartbreaking of the options, obviously, for me. So I'm praying that's not the case. I certainly gave it my all searching, right? We do our best. So anyway, so Piper is in with her little girl who doesn't have a name yet, and they are perfect. I came out during the night. I forgot to bring the camera about that, but I wanted to just check, and that little girl is having trouble latching onto one of the sides. She latches onto the left side, which is kind of an interesting thing, and then not the right. So I spent a half hour, 1:30 in the morning, trying to get her to latch on to the right side, and then it wasn't really happening. So I ended up just milking that side with my hand, because then in the evening I had brought out my new little device. It's like a breast pump, which I used to use when I had lactating years of my life. But it's called an Easy Milker, and so I was just like milking her with that. She wasn't loving that. I think they get used to it, but we were trying to hold her and do it. I don't know. But when you just kind of help with your hand, I could have brought a vessel to catch the colostrum, which would have been the best thing. But with the Easy Milker, I was able to get some colostrum, so we can freeze that just in case we have an emergency where there's a baby born and doesn't get colostrum, because that's really, really critical to their long-term health and well-being. But yeah, I was able to milk some with my hand just to ease the pressure on that udder, so that she doesn't get mastitis and that sort of thing. So I'll try to make sure the baby's getting on there later. When are your babies coming? You're gonna surprise me, like Piper did. Jane, how about you? Jane is not as friendly as the other ones. Jane, how are you doing, honey? Jane. I will say, I'm sitting in front of a bucket of grain that I gave them for breakfast, and she has not, neither one of them have finished it. So, could be a sign, could not be a sign. Don't know. Really don't know. Right? Jane, how are you? Looking for Mama? She's like, no. Here, honey. Look, I've got her here. Here. Piper. Piper. She's gonna wiggle out of my hands. She's a good girl, good mama. Let's go down here. See, here she is. taking a big nap? Were you taking a nap? I swear I just got back to the house from the barn and I was watching on the camera and Jane's doing what I like to call labor yoga. I don't know if it's anything, but it's the whole stretching over the shoulder, the whole getting into all these crazy positions. So I'm gonna go have another look. Oh, I better turn the light on. Yep, Jane's pushing a baby out. It's time. Here, Mama, get the face. Good job. Oh, yeah. Oh, good job. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, congratulations. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, congratulations. Wow. Can I have a little peek? Oh, boy or girl? Must be a girl then, right? Congratulations, Mama. You did it. You did it. A beautiful baby girl that looks just like you. Oh my gosh. Wow. Let's see, can you believe it? When are you going to have yours, man? That's it. That's all it took. When's yours coming?